On level, you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back with another video. Listen, it's gonna be a good week, hopefully, for United. It's already beat. What'd you say?
I said, whoa, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Listen, I think this is going to be an interesting show because I think there's a lot to talk about. Like we were talking off air about United. Right. We still got the Arsenal Liverpool games to talk about. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? But before we get started, make sure you guys like the video, comment after the video's on, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Florida's. The link is in the title.
There you go.
Listen, I think there's only one place to start.
Nah, before you even continue, all the people who comment afterwards, why are you never in the live chat? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, sometimes you can't watch it, kind of thing, innit?
Yes, but some people, I'm just saying in it to people, if you can watch it live, man. I want a live interaction. But big up to everyone who's supporting as well. Look at this, man. Just hella negativity, man. This is not the type of negativity you need in your life right now. But go on, carry on, fam. I'll be with you.
Listen. United, Everton. I'll be honest, I said this to you off air. Even though like we beat Arsenal and Liverpool this season, yesterday was the game I was most satisfied by. Just because you know the way you win that game towards the end, Pickford coming up, the pressure towards the last 5-10 minutes, it was so tense as like a fan. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. That was my favorite game so far this season. But what did you make of it yesterday?
Give me a sec. 1 second.
Calm.
Yeah.
I mean, like the thing.
I can still hear you though. 1 sec.
Yeah, calm. The main things I want to talk about was Casemiro's performance because I've seen a mixed reaction. I personally thought it was all right. I've seen some people say it was brilliant. I've seen like some people say like he weren't that good, kind of thing, innit? So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Dalot. I didn't think Dalot was great. Team selection. And I want to talk about Luke Shaw as well.
Interesting. I want to talk about Luke Shaw as well, actually. Interesting. Give me a sec. Like I said,
I'm going to start with Casemiro because I'll be honest. You see Casemiro, that performance for me.
My DM.
No, but you see, like it was very interesting because the way I looked at Casemiro yesterday, for example, I'm like, you did so much right in terms of winning the ball back. Defensively, I thought you were secure, kind of thing, innit? Mm-hmm. But then there were certain times on the ball where I'm like, yo, what are you doing, kind of thing? And I know, for example, that's not his speciality because I always said it. Real, Tony Cruz, Luka Modric were dropping deep to hold up with the build-up. And that's not Casemiro's game. But there were still times where I'm like, come on, man, you just have to release the ball a bit quicker, or even sometimes his touch was up. And you said it for the Ronaldo goal, he gave the ball away and then won it back.
Yeah.
And I think yesterday I saw a stat that he lost the ball 17 times, which was the most out of any player from United. Jesus. But then I think he also won it back 9 times.
Yeah.
So, and obviously he should have scored, but I don't really care about that.
I care about that, but we'll get into that. But because we're talking about Casemiro, I seen a tweet that said, "You can hear me and see, man. Okay, yeah. All right." I seen a tweet and it pretty much summed the Casemiro performance up, and it said it was a 2 out of 10 and a 9 out of 10 at the exact same time, and that's how I looked at it. Like you mentioned it there, he did so many great things, but then he did so many bad things. But what I like is he's showing glimpses of his quality, and Casemiro will be fine. But again, you know what it's like on social media with Manchester United fans. Not all, but some. The sky's falling with him. Casemiro's a quality player, and we've seen his quality. Did he give the ball away? Yes. Was he great on the ball at all times? No, you just mentioned it. He's giving the ball away too much. But it's his first Premier League start up at Goodison Park, where it's a frantic pace, and he's playing against a hard-working midfield. Because that trio, it's like Liverpool of old. That trio he had Idrissa in there, Nana, who I was very impressed with. That's the first time watching him live. I was super. I was like, we need to get him on the coach with us. Like I was super. Like I'm looking forward to seeing him at the World Cup, and you had Iwobi in there, so you've got 3 hard-working, energetic players in there. But I thought Casemiro did fine, and the goal summed up. Not the goal. Him setting up Ronaldo's goal summed up his game, giving the ball away, winning the ball back, and then playing a great pass. But once he's up to speed, Casemiro will be fine. I have no issues or no worries with him going forward. Does he need to improve? Absolutely. But he's showing his quality. So there's nothing to worry about. And we won the game. And I liked our performance as well, but we'll get into that.
Big up HK Music as well. Hope you're good. He said, I still want to see Casemiro, Fred, and Eriksen. Think we'll be able to play further out the pitch. I'll be honest, I wanted to touch on the midfield as well, because
talk about it.
You know, when I saw Bruno and Eriksen yesterday, I'll be honest, I didn't think they were great.
No, they weren't great. I
thought like Casemiro was definitely the best midfielder out of the three, personally, yesterday. Even though like I was a bit mixed on Casemiro, but I looked at like Bruno yesterday was so frustrating because I'm like, there were times, for example, I think was it the first half where he dropped 5-10 yards back and then he made that late run into the box kind of thing, innit? Yeah. And I always say that's Bruno down to a T. Just do that because that's the hardest thing in my eyes to defend, late runs. Like those third man runs, and Bruno's very, very good at that. But there was also times before Martial got injured, I was looking at Bruno closely because I think we were 1-0 down at that point. I'm like, obviously this is me heightened emotion in terms of I'm very, very frustrated at this time, but I'm just like, just drop 5-10 yards back. You don't need to play on the shoulder. You're not a striker. Just drop 5-10 yards back and then make that run. I'm like, just do it. But then I always say this here, Casemiro, Fred and Eriksen will be able to play further up the pitch. But then I'm just like, what does Ten Hag want with this midfield? Because I've always said this, like, we haven't got a like-for-like replacement for Eriksen in terms of that deep row who can progress the ball. Like, let's be honest. I like Fred. I know what Fred's good at, but I don't think Fred is that guy for that. And I always say this. If, for example, we want to drop Bruno and Eriksen's playing deeper, who do we have? Because Donny van der Beek is currently injured.
Yeah, I think Donny could play that role. I think Donny could. And for what I'm seeing, and it has impressed me, I didn't realize he had it in his locker. Casemiro's passing. Yeah, it was a little bit off, but I didn't know he had the passing range that he had. I literally thought he was a win the ball back, pass it 5-10 yards because he was at Madrid that you touched on, that you've already mentioned. So what I like is that Ten Hag has options in there. I'm mixed on the midfield as well. Like when we go away to the better sides, I don't want to see Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno. I want to see Casemiro next to a McTominay or next to a Fred, and then Eriksen in the 10. That's what I want. Like Bruno's always gonna Bruno. So that's why I'm not really too critical because I know what to expect from him. He's gonna be energetic. He's gonna be a willing runner. He's always gonna be in position to either create chances or score goals. He's always on the scene. He's always involved, which is a good thing. But he just lacks that quality. And we've seen it at moments in that game where so many times we were in great attacking positions. And it wasn't just Bruno. And the cross would be behind 2 or 3 players, or the pass is the wrong option. Man would go pass it to the left when he should have went right, or pass it to the right when he should have went left. Not just Bruno people. I'm saying in general. But that's my only criticism of the performance. But again, what I like here is that me and you are talking about the different options that Ten Hag has, and we have a functioning midfield. Is it perfect? No. But is it a massive step in the right direction? Yes. When you add Casemiro, and think about it, if Casemiro and Eriksen weren't here, Donny's injured, who's playing in midfield? It's McFred and Bruno. So back to square one, so you can see the improvement already. And shout out to McTominay because I think he's been better this season as well. And I think Fred will get game time and be fine as well. But that all comes down to having a better system and midfield-wise having a better defense behind you. But yeah, again, I don't want to see that midfield away from home against better sides. It'll
be interesting to see what Ten Hag does. But this comment here, Bruno on the ball's quality, 1 ball lost in the first half. See, that I never had a problem with Bruno on the ball yesterday. Especially, I was just like, just drop 5-10 yards back. Because that's when you can help us in the build-up, for example, a bit more. And then you can still make those late runs. Because you know what you're good at. I'll be honest, Martial was very interesting yesterday. Because I've always said, I feel like United, the very left side, they dominated in terms of our build-up, innit?
Yeah.
In terms of, it's natural, for example, Martinez on that side. Compared to yesterday. To be honest, yesterday we had Lindelof and Casemiro was a bit different kind of thing, innit? Compared to McTominay and Varane in previous weeks. But you see Martial's position was very interesting because I'm like, Bruno normally like shifts to the left, innit? But Martial was actually going towards the right and helping that little pocket of space kind of thing.
Okay.
So I was like, that was quite interesting for Martial, but then injured again, man. Like, it's frustrating kind of.
It's very frustrating because I've said it for the longest on your channel, on my channel, any live streams I'm on when people mention Martial. My issue with Martial is his fitness. It's not his ability, it's his availability. And again, injured again because he looked bright. I'm saying he looked good. Like, I'm like, all right, we've got something here. And against Manchester City, again, he looked good. When he played Liverpool earlier in the season, he looked good. But if you can't stay fit, what use are you? That's the biggest problem we have. What use are you if you can't stay fit?
Like, it's literally so frustrating. But listen, it depends how serious it is. Like, I was surprised that Ten Hag actually kind of, after he went off in the warm-up,
Yeah.
I was like, surely that's it. He's not going to play. Because I'm like, surely you don't risk him. But maybe, listen, like the medical staff might say something different kind of thing, innit?
Medical staff. Yeah, medical staff maybe said, and he would have asked Martial as well, and he would have been like, let me try.
And you don't know if that injury was different to what you got in the warm-up. Like, we don't know yet kind of thing, innit?
Sure. I heard it was hip. I heard it was a hip injury.
I think 10 said after the game was a back. Lower back, I think. But I did like the front three yesterday, though. Like, that we started with from 10 because, I've asked for that front three this entire week.
I think
Martial up top.
I think everybody was in agreement with that.
That's the front three on the right. And I was like, I thought that front three before, obviously, Martial got injured was nicely balanced. Especially, I thought Rashford's first 20, 30 minutes weren't great, but I think he grew into the game and then became a very good outlet kind of thing, innit?
Agreed.
Martial was obviously linking up, playing very well, finding those little pockets of space. And I looked at Antony yesterday and I'm like, that goal is what I've been asking for Antony. Runs in behind. Yeah. You added a bit something different to his game. Like, I think on the I still think like his wing play could still improve slightly.
When you say wing play, are you talking about receiving the ball on the touchline?
Yeah, just like linking up play a bit better kind of thing. Because like I don't think he's used the ball the most wisely kind of thing so far. But he's finishing in front of goal. Yeah. When he cuts in onto his left, beautiful.
So, you know what I like? You know what I like though is, even though you mentioned in his wing play, he's more, and obviously I didn't know a lot about him before he got to Manchester United. Because his finishing is so good and he picks up them inside forward positions. I like what he's doing. Because he looks a goal threat. Every time he plays, I think he's gonna score.
Especially when he cuts in his left,
like when he cuts in his left, it's very Robin. I'm not saying he's the level of robbing people. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying finally we have a goal threat, like an inside forward. Very similar to Salah at Liverpool. He's not. We're seeing now him trying to be a touchline winger, and Antony has more to his overall game. And I get what you're saying in terms of link up, but I like what I'm seeing because all of this is just it's a work in progress, and I like what I'm seeing. What is he 3-3 now in the league? 4-4 in all competitions.
I think in the Premier League, he's 3-3.
Yeah, he's 3-3, and then he scored. Did he not score in one of the Europa League games? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping.
He might have, innit?
But I swear he did. Anyways, if he did or he didn't, my point is that was one of the biggest criticisms.
Sheriff, I think, innit?
You see that I can't remember
I don't think he did.
Did he not? The chat will let us know. But my point is, one of the biggest criticisms of Antony was his goal output in Holland. People was talking about it. But to me, he looks fine. Like I seen someone tweeted and said, right, Antony's got 3-3. Maybe we are the Farmers League. You know what I'm saying? And that was like, oh, it might be a point. Look at what City are doing. Look at what Antony's doing. Maybe we are. But I love the performance. I love that performance yesterday. The only issue I have is that we didn't score more. That and the fact that is my only complaint goes to show how good we was. I've been waiting to see what are we like when we dominate the football. When we just impose our will on another team. When we treat Everton, no disrespect like they're Everton. Like there was a point in the first half and they put the stat up on the screen. And it was only our last 5 minutes. And it said United had 95% of the ball in the last 5 minutes. That's what I want to see more of. We had 65% the first half. The same for the second half. And it wasn't meaningless possession. It wasn't Arsenal at Old Trafford. Like we actually delivered. You know what I'm saying? And created a lot of chances. Like I say, the 2 goals we scored. The Rashford goal that was offside. The Casemiro head he should bury. There's twice where Ronaldo should have dummied it and Bruno's in. That's what I've just named. That's 7 off the top of my head that we could have got. And I'm sure there's more as well that people in the chat will remember. I'm forgetting Ronaldo, he had the left-footed shot. There's so many times that we was in great positions. There was one where Shaw had it on the left-hand side, and obviously we'll talk on Luke Shaw. And he just played the incorrect pass and it went in between like 3-4 guys. And it's like, stuff like that. So I love that performance. Defensively, Everton offered nothing. How Everton have the best defensive record, I don't know. Because we imposed our will. Yes, they had their spell towards the end.
You know what's funny? I was looking at the numbers yesterday. You know they created 0 big chances. Like that Iwobi goal was just a banger from outside the box. And I wanted to touch on our defense because
talk about it.
Luke Shaw, a lot of people got onto me this week because I wanted Luke Shaw to start.
Well,
and I'll be honest, other than David Hill was my man in the match yesterday. But Luke Shaw was,
okay.
I was very impressed with David Hill. But Luke Shaw was my second. I thought Luke Shaw was brilliant yesterday.
I thought, you know what? It's weird. You know, United had a good week because we agreeing. I thought Luke Shaw was very good yesterday too. I said that. I was like, defensively. I see them getting up and down. Like, so who got the ball? It might have been Gordon on the right hand side, and he chased him down and won the ball back.
It
was
will
it
be.
Iwobi?
I remember that. Iwobi on the right hand side. Luke Shaw came back. As soon as he did that, I was clapping at my TV.
I was like, and then shout out to Eddie because we was on the watch along together, and he was like, "Yeah, he's out of breath now." So I was dying, but I was like, "That's what I want to see: constant overlap as well." Very similar to what Dalot does on the other side. You know what I'm saying? In that, like, and to James who says we can't. I've been saying the same thing about Martial. This is why I said James, you know this. I've said it the entire summer. Manchester United needed to sign 2 strikers. Even if Ronaldo was staying, even with Ronaldo and Martial now, I still think we need 2 strikers in the ideal world. That's just me though. That's why I think, because Martial, like you say, is injury prone, and Ronaldo's probably on his way out in the summer anyway. And to me, I want 3 strikers. But back to the point of Luke Shaw, we criticize him when he plays poorly. Yesterday, he played well. No complaints. Like I said, constant outlet. That's all I ask for is overlaps. Dalot does it on the other side also well also. And that's what I want to see from Shaw. Even if you don't get the ball, it just drags the defender away. It gives the man on the ball an extra option. So yeah, I have no complaints with Luke Shaw. No, apart from when it was in early in the game, I think it was the first half. And it broke loose. And he should have either took the man or took the ball or both. But I think Onana beat him to the ball. And I'm like, yo, you gotta take someone out there. But other than that, no complaints with Luke Shaw's performance.
I was very, very happy with him. And I hope he continues it, because I'm like, I always said there's certain games that Luke Shaw is going to be a very, very good option on that left-hand side. And I always said that Everton was the game for Luke Shaw. Performed. Let's see what happens, because we've got Newcastle next. I will personally play Luke Shaw again.
Fair.
I don't think there's any need to drop him, but we'll see. I thought Martinez, Lindelof was good yesterday. Fair play to him.
You know, we had a good game when players I'm not fans of were good. Like Lindelof, aerially, even though it was only against Mopai and obviously Calvert-Lewin later on when he came on the pitch. But fine. On the ball, off the ball, defensively solid. Again, added to that steal, Izzy Varane, no, but I have no complaints. You said it created 0 big chances. I don't remember De Gea making a save of note. I don't remember.
The Garner shot towards the end, and that was it.
Yeah, that was legit, and that was a quality save. But other than that, like Luke Shaw, I say all the time, it's unmerited. Luke Shaw played well. He deserves to keep his place. Same way if Lindelof starts against Newcastle, even though Varane was good when he came on the pitch, he deserves to keep his place. That's what it is. It's all about merit. Same way McTominay, he deserves to keep his, but now Casemiro to me deserves. It's all on merit. Everyone should be pushing everybody so nobody gets complacent.
I'll be honest, the weak link in the back four yesterday was Dalot in my eyes.
Talk about
like Dalot on the ball, I thought was quite wasteful in terms of what I'm used to seeing, kind of thing, innit?
Yes.
I think this was probably Dalot. Obviously, City was terrible, but one of his worst performances so far is in the league.
Outside of that, I would be in agreement, and I'm a fan of Dalot. But on the ball, he I don't worry about him defensively, but yeah, on the ball, he wasn't the best. There's a few times he gave it away cheaply. But someone mentioned it. We need right back depth. I'm not saying that he needs a rest just off that game, because someone said it there, he needs a rest.
But
I'm saying we do need someone to rotate with him now.
But this is true though. He does need a rest. Like, he's playing every single game.
Yeah, I agree.
Even Europa League, I don't know what's happening with Wan-Bissaka. I think he's injured, but Ten Hag is going to have to make a decision in terms of like either call up someone from the academy or potentially, like I was thinking this, maybe play Victor Lindelof a right back. But then I thought of it. You know, the other day, like we only had 2 centre backs
with Lindelof and Martinez. We
had no one else, and I'm like, Ten Hag don't have the option of playing someone else. He has to play Dalot again. He has to play Lindelof. He had to play Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez is someone we're taking for granted, but his performance, because you know where Martinez is getting to already early on in the season. He's getting to the point because he's just good. We don't talk about it. Because man, 7 out of 10 or above, obviously minus the City game, we just like talk about it because he's just consistently doing this. Defensively, on the ball as well. Obviously, there was the compilation going around of but his passing forward is ridiculous. No one's talking about man's height no more. Everyone's short, but yeah, go on. What was you going to say?
I was going to say, what do you think about Ten Hag's in-game management yesterday? Because that's something I thought he got wrong. Obviously, we won, so the result was going to help him. But I looked at, for example, towards the end of the game, I think Scott McTominay potentially should have come on earlier. He came on in the 83rd minute, just for the height side, because for example, Calvert-Lewin came on in the 76th minute. They were going to go go along for it. And I'm like,
Go
McTominay's
direct.
aerial presence would have helped. I
Yeah.
think Rafa Varane personally came on too late. He came on in the 93rd minute for Antony, and you saw, like, in that little time, Rafa Varane, that little header, just knocked it away from Pickford. Otherwise, Pickford scores that.
Yeah.
I'm like, levels kind of thing, innit? And I'm like, surely Ten Hag would have seen it. Especially the last 10, 15 minutes, I was like, hey, yo, we're hanging on kind of thing. Especially when Rondo and Calvert-Lewin came on. You knew what sort of game it was going to become.
Yeah.
I don't think he reacted quick enough.
No, he didn't, because it was a time, because I said at halftime, even though we were dominant, I said there's going to be a time when the momentum's with them. And it was a time, I think it was just before he made the McTominay sub. I'm saying make a substitution here because the momentum's with Everton and you have to be able to see that. Because normally, Ten Hag's in-game management is very, very good. I don't think it was bad. I just don't think it was as on point as it has been. But I've said this before, he's learning on the job. In terms of, I mentioned the away game at Manchester City, away game against a frantic pace at somewhere like Everton. Like Everton's always a tough place to go. Because when I think what away days we've had Brentford, we've had City, we've had Everton. Who else have we had away days in the Premier League?
City.
Yeah, I mentioned City. City, Brentford, Everton. Who else we played away from home? Southampton away.
And Leicester, I think, innit?
And Leicester. So Leicester in poor form. Southampton are in poor form. Ain't they? They're two of the bottom four. You know what I'm saying? City, we know what City are like. So it's new going to there. Like Everton, it's frantic. So he's going to, next time we go Goodison Park, say we draw him in the cup or it's next season, he's going to learn from that. Because it's a learn. You mentioned this the entire time. Like people expect Ten Hag to land and hit the ground running, which he has. He's done very, very well. Like our form has been good, but he's still learning on the job. He's still a manager that's learning just in general, and he's still learning in the cup. Like, he's probably never seen it. I don't watch the Dutch league. He's probably never seen anything like that. Probably never seen a pace like that ever. And bang, Sunday night. Hostile atmosphere. Bang up for it. The best stadium in Merseyside. Like
this comment here, to be honest, Eric Ten Hag subs have been pretty spot on so far, especially last Europa League game. Yeah, to be fair, last Europa League game was spot on kind of thing, innit? Yeah. But I'm just saying, yesterday...
It was a little off. I agree.
Yesterday, like, come on, man, it should have been a bit early. Surely you should have been seeing it. And I'm like, on another day, you get punished and I'm blaming you kind of thing, innit? Like, right now, I'm going to blame you slightly, but at the end of the day, we won.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to talk about, 700.
This guy smiling.
700 club goals. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Your guy, innit?
Listen, people laughed the other day. People laughed. I said Ronaldo looked sharp against Antony or whatever they called. You were just missing that goal.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but
what's the phrase? What's the guy in House of Commons, in it? You all laughed at me. You ain't laughing now.
Laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
Exactly. Like, for me, the way I saw it, I said it against Antony or whatever they called. He looked sharp. He was missing that goal. But his overall play was there. Everton, he got that goal now. He got that goal. And I'm just like, thank God. Because I think Ronaldo saw it, like you saw it with the celebration, pressure off. Like you can actually kind of breathe now because you could see he was rushing things for that 700 goal or just getting that goal because you knew his confidence was low over the last couple weeks. You could just tell. Every single time, one touch too many or shooting from silly distances kind of thing or silly angles. But now, I really, really hope he kicks on. I really hope he kicks on.
Of course, because we're going to need him.
Yeah, exactly. Now Martial's injured. We don't know how long Martial's injured.
We're going to need him.
And let's be honest, Ronaldo scoring goals is still one of the best strikers in the Premier League, you could argue. One of. Like, you would say top 6 kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Without going through, I'm trying to think. Yeah, you could argue it. I'm trying to think of other strikers.
Like, no matter what, he's still a valuable asset to what we have kind of thing, innit?
Like, we've seen the best of him.
Yeah.
We've seen the best of him coming off the bench. This has been his best performances. Yesterday, Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Those two stick out to me as his best performances. Even though it was early and it was forced. But
I thought against Antony he was good and he started kind of thing, innit? I just think
talking Premier League solely, innit?
Yeah, but I'm like, match fitness is coming.
Maybe he's getting up to speed.
Coming.
Yeah. Good finish.
Goal on his weak foot.
Good finish.
Pickford
should have done better, but good finish.
I'll be honest, I want to see what Ten Hag does on Thursday now. Because say Martial's injury is a bit long term, let's just say a month.
Wow.
You start Ronaldo on Thursday and try hope he gets like another goal. Because the thing is that, let's be honest, we know Ronaldo, he gets another goal.
The reason why you don't start him is because we play midweek next week. You don't.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I'm
Newcastle, we
like,
play Spurs. Nah.
but then the problem is who just start up top then?
Yeah, we saw Monia play anybody.
No, but we are in a sticky situation in terms of what Ten Hag does, isn't it? Which is why I'm like, let's see.
Yeah.
I hope he gets, I'll be honest, I hope he gets 60 minutes or 45, 50 minutes.
I'd rather him not, because he's going to have to play Sunday against Newcastle, and then he's playing Wednesday Spurs. We need him, arguably, maybe for
I know, but he hasn't played a lot kind of thing, which is why I'm like, I hope he gets 45, 50 minutes under his belt.
Right,
hopefully gets a goal, then you can sub him
I
off.
just play a youngster or something.
Let's build on this kind of
and
thing.
to Arsenal for life, who says put some respect on our name? No, go on, carry on.
No, we'll get on to Arsenal, but
I'm just letting him know.
We have to build on the momentum. He has to build on the momentum, because he saw it towards the end of last season. His goal came in that little patch kind of thing, and when he was firing kind of thing, innit?
Yeah,
so let's see if we can build on this.
We finished. I'm looking at people. I forgot about Alanga. You play Alanga, Sancho, Palestri. Go with those three. It's
I think Ten Hag goes a bit stronger than that.
And then you have Ronaldo, Rashford, Antony on the bench in case it goes wrong. See, I ain't even trying to see Rashford. We got games.
Yeah, I know, but we still need the points in Europa League.
Yeah, but it's on that front three is good enough to get past Omo.
No, but
and they're on the bench.
Let's be honest, 45 minutes we should be able to beat these. Any half decent side.
I'm not trying to see any of our front three. First choice front three. If you're going to play against Newcastle and Spurs, I'm not trying to see Rashford, Ronaldo. Let's say it's Rashford, Ronaldo, Antony. I'm not trying to see any three of them on Thursday. I'd prefer them to be at home chilling, to be honest. But if they're on the bench, it makes sense in case it goes wrong. But you got, like man, I mentioned in Garnacho, you got Palestri, you got Alanga, you got Sancho.
But Ten Hag doesn't go that weak in it, especially.
I'd like to see. You did. I think it was you who mentioned this. I think you said that he doesn't really. I think it was you who told me he don't really rotate.
He normally works with a smaller squad kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not. Again, about the manager, if he goes strong, yes, but I'd rather he didn't, just because of what's coming up. Because you got to think about it. We got Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea. That's the next three. That's tough.
That's a tough run, you know.
Newcastle at home, Spurs at home, Chelsea away on the Saturday. So we play Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. That's why I'm not really trying to see these men play Harmonia. Yeah, man, we must win the group, but I think we'll be fine. Hopefully Martial's back during that period of those 3 games. But yeah, rotation is a must. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm with the weaker sides, even in the midfield. I don't know if Donny's fit. Fred will probably play.
Yeah.
To Donny, man. I'm not sure who else. I don't know where Donny's at. I don't know what we go. You mentioned right back. I don't know what's going on with. I think Wan-Bissaka's injured. Centre backs, like.
But I don't know. Like, I'm guessing he's still injured. But I saw Wan-Bissaka in the picture with Ronaldo today, innit? Donny van der Beek was there.
Play, man.
But I don't know if they fit him. They might have just been there, like part of the group in training, kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, like.
But listen.
I'd want to see. I can't believe I'm saying this. I want to see Wan-Bissaka against Omonia. Because I said this from the start of the season. We are going to see all the play. Everybody's going to play. We got 4 games in, 12 days. Something like that.
Tough.
Like, go on, carry on, fam.
Come, let's do the player ratings.
All right.
For the Everton game. Ten Hag, what are you going to give him?
I think he got the lineup spot on. His subs kind of spot on. We won the game. 7.
Yeah, I think a 7 is fair. That's
7.
what I was thinking.
7.
David De Gea.
Only criticism I have him is late when the corners was raining in. He didn't come for any of the crosses. He didn't come for any of the crosses, any of the corners. That's legit my only criticism. Other than that, he was off his line, which was exceptional. His distribution was decent as well. I'd say 8.
I agree. I think this was David De Gea's best game of the season so far.
Yeah.
Because you know how much I criticize David De Gea, but I was like, let me tweet this. Because I was like, this is exactly what I want from David De Gea. Like, he was my man of the match yesterday, because I just thought, everything I've been asking for David De Gea, he finally done it. And I said it on the match reaction yesterday, I hope he watches his game back just to see the level of his performances and how much, like, he just, like, even him coming up his line, just relieve pressure.
How much it helps.
Stuff like that. You just make the rest of the team more confident. And yesterday, he was making me confident. Yeah. Obviously, like, a couple corners, he could have done better. But listen, is an improvement on what we've seen.
Agreed.
Dalot.
One of his more poor games. Why did we only give Dalot 6 versus Southampton, Leicester, and Arsenal? Or was that
No,
without
that was
me?
the hair. That was the hair.
Oh, seeing right, I'm reading the wrong thing. Oh, my bad. Probably was one of his. I'd say a 6.
I was gonna go 5.
All right. Well, me in the middle. Pause. 5.5.
No, there's no 0.5s.
Why don't we do no 0.5s? All right, petition in the chat, people. Should there be 0.5s?
Nah.
That's to the chat. Why are we not going to put it to the people, man?
Nah, I don't want 0.5s. It just looks more satisfying with the.
Why is it more satisfying? Why? We should do that.
5,
Why?
5.
Because sometimes people are not a 5 or a 6. They might be a 5.5.
No, but the
What's wrong
point is
with the
just
point?
ruin it, kind of thing, innit?
Why
It looks so
does-
satisfying like this.
No, why does it? It doesn't ruin it, man. You acting like you got OCD or something.
No, but it looks so satisfying like this.
Let us know, people.
No, that's
man just saying no. So that's one. That's just one. You know what I'm saying? That's just one person. Let us know.
Don't worry, man. I to be fair, I actually got Word now on this laptop. I need to change it all. Yeah, I'll be honest.
I'll take a 5. A man said here in Flawless has been crying since he deeped Arsenal are back. Arsenal are back to what? What have you done?
We're discussing Arsenal. Don't worry.
I'm asking because Matt's brought this up. What have you done? You said you're back to what?
Fine. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll give him a 6.
All right, calm. I think a 6 is. I thought defensively he was fine.
Martinez.
I thought he was very good. 8.
Nah.
What are you giving him?
I don't think it was an 8.
So what was he then?
You can't say he was on par with David De Gea. David De Gea was the best player.
I think he was. I think he was. Defensively, he was fine. On the ball, he was fine. What errors did he make? You could argue he was man of the match. I said 8. See, man, I'm saying 9.
Nah, so you're telling me this Martinez display and the Liverpool display were exactly the same?
No, I said 8. I didn't say 9. I said 8.
Oh, sorry. Against Southampton?
Yeah. I think he was defensively fine, and on the ball, he was fine. How was he not an 8?
I thought he was a 7.
He was very good. See, this is why we need the 0.5. But you want to be awkward about it.
Good as usual. 8.
Yeah, 8 was the common influence. If you want to go 7, we'll go 7. I thought defensively dealt with everything. But all right, you can go 7.
Luke Shaw.
You want to go 8, innit?
Yeah, I was going to go 8.
You're going to go 8.
Because I thought you was the best outfield player for us.
If you want to go 8, go 8. I would say 7, but if you want to go 8, go 8. Yeah, Anonymous said it. They created nothing, so I don't know how we don't get an 8, but we move.
Yeah, but it was Neil Maupay up top.
Yeah, and Shaw was up against Anthony Gordon.
No, but I mean, I'm more about Shaw offensively, isn't it? 8, 7, flipping out. There's more 7s.
All right, go 7. Chat saying 7, innit?
To be fair, I don't mind the 7 just because I know David here was my man of the match.
Yeah.
Fred didn't come on. McTominay barely had any time. Sancho didn't come on. Bruno.
6. Because we created a lot, but we should have done more.
Big up Saeed.
Big up Saeed every single time. I'd say 6.
Yeah. I was going to go 6 as well.
Yeah, 6.
Because there were a couple of things, especially that I liked in terms of running and stuff, innit?
Because there's times, like I said, because he's just a willing runner, he's always going to get into positions to create and score goals. And it's twice Ronaldo should have dummied it, and he's in. Like the header. Yeah, it was 2 dummies, and I think the header as well. When Ronaldo's reached for it, and if he lets it go, Bruno's got a free header at the back post.
You see this now, yeah?
Well,
I think Rashford was a 7, but I would... Oh, no, sorry. Well, yeah, I think Rashford, in terms of these ratings, is a 7, but I can't say Rashford and Luke Shaw were the same because I thought Luke Shaw was better.
Yeah, so that's why Rashford I'd probably give a 6 to. I thought he was...
But I don't think he was the same as Bruno.
But one's a high 6, one's a low 6. See, this is why you need 0.5s. Well, you don't want to listen.
Nah.
So we can just do high 6 and low 6.
Or do we just give him a 7?
I don't think he was a 7, though. I think Rashford was a 6.
I thought he grew into the game very well. Like, he became a very important outlet.
Yeah, he grew, but like I said, for the first half an hour, he didn't really offer much. The first half, he didn't really offer much. To be honest.
6.
I'm saying
7,
6.
7.
But if you want to give him a 7, this is our shit. We can give him a 7 if you want.
No lie. Should we just give Shaw 8 and Rashford a 7? It makes more sense.
If you want, yeah.
I think that just makes a lot more sense.
The higher the ratings, the better. I'm with you.
And then Shaw an 8. And then the next person, Ericsson.
I thought he was tidy, but wasn't one of his better games, but I'd say a 6 is fair. Didn't do too much wrong, just kept the ball ticking over.
Yeah, I agree. I think him and Bruno were the exact same in terms of player ratings kind of thing, innit?
Well, I'd say Ericsson was a 6. Like, Ericsson just does the simple things.
No, like, do you think Ericsson's season being overrated?
No.
You don't?
Because
his player ratings are pathetic.
Because without him, they're not. But yeah, man, I said 2. He got 10 against Arsenal, 7 Leicester. I think 5 against Southampton and 5 Liverpool is harsh. I don't think he was 5.
He is, man.
But this is Bainesy, innit? He wasn't.
No, I remember watching those games back. I wasn't really impressed with him.
To me, he just does the simple thing so well and just keeps it ticking over and maneuvering. He does it all the time. The amount of times he'll get the pre-assist. The amount of times he does that, he transitions defense from attack is so good. And it's underrated because sometimes the pass don't look all that. But he did it against Everton. But we just didn't score from it. But there's times when he's played, like, he's quality, man.
Yeah, I agree with this. The type of player he is, we need it. But I still don't think he's been great for his standards.
That's fair. But then we're judging, but then that's fair then. But I'd still say a 6. A him 6 and a Bruno 6 ain't the same shit. Because Bruno was worse.
Ronaldo, 7.
Fez scored the goal.
Got a goal.
Yeah,
that's it.
7. Yeah, 7.
I thought he defensively helped out well yesterday as well. I always say, those blind pressing kind of things.
Yeah, he did. I seen him win the ball back a couple of times. I did.
Van der Beek didn't play. Malacia didn't play. Varane 2 minutes. Casemiro.
It's like 2/9. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what to.
Exactly.
I don't know what to rate him because it has to be because he got an assist. It has to be a 7. It has to be and all the great defensive work he did. Has to be a 7.
You think so?
Yeah. I'd say a 7.
7, 8, 8. I personally would lead towards a 7. Because there were certain aspects I was like 9. And then you said it. Certain aspects where I'm like, you're a 3.
Yeah. So I'd say 7 is fair.
Pick up your FAC. The world was normal. Now Ronaldo scored. Yeah, I think 7's fair.
Yeah.
Martial.
What could have been? I'd say a 6. Because he was bright. Almost scored when he was turning and twisted in the box. Constant outlet. You've seen his quality in the short amount of time he was on.
Wait, what did you say again? Sorry.
I'd say a 6.
6?
Yeah.
Got an assist?
He did get the assist, actually. I forgot. Mad. Antony to Antony. I bumped that to a 7. Bumped that to a 7.
7. Let's see what the comments say. 6. Martial gets a 6.
Oh, man got an assist. You know what I'm saying? Like 7. You lot of jokers. He played like 20 minutes, I think. 25 minutes.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. That's enough. He impacted the game.
The thing is, I actually thought he was fine before he came off.
Yeah.
But then he came off, and that's the thing that annoys me.
Yeah.
Give him a 7, man. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Especially
James, so because he got injured again, he's a 6. Nah, man. He's
no, forget the injury. Just his performance.
Just his performance, man. People be hating, man. How can you -1 for getting injury? He's a 7. Man got the assist.
Antony.
Mixed bag because he was a threat. Obviously got the goal. Also helped out defensively as well, which I like.
I don't think he did, I still thought the front four were too high at times.
Maybe that's the way the manager's going. But there was a time when Gray had the ball, and I'm like, why is Antony getting ISO'd by Gray? Why is he out there by himself? Scored the goal, though. Important goal, man. That's what the moments are for. I'd say a 7.
I was going to say 6, innit? But 7, hear that.
Say 7.
And Lindelof.
Well, he was very good. So I think a 7 is fair.
Yeah, I agree. Lindelof was solid. Fair play to him. And those are the play ratings. Not too bad. Responded well from the City game.
Yeah, man. And the sky's not falling like I said we would. I said after the City game, we'd win Thursday, we'd win Sunday. And that's what we've done. 2 wins in 2
5 wins from our
different
last 6 games
competitions.
in the
Yeah,
Premier League.
like we're in good form. We got beat by the best team in the league, but people acted like the sky was falling.
And the thing is, I said it, I wanted Ten Hag to make the changes. That was the thing I was looking the most forward to. Made that. And I said this, Everton's a different sort of challenge to what we used to. We coped.
Right.
And we went to go down. We got a win. Away win. We don't do it often. Before yesterday, I think remember there was a period last season towards the end where we lost 6 away games in a row.
Yeah. I do remember.
Like, we still need to improve our mentality in that aspect. And it's coming, isn't it? It's coming, but listen.
They scored a worldie, but other than that, no complaints. Back up to 5th. Let's go. Almonia next, which we should get the win. And then we got that tough run of Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea. That's very, very tough. I take 7 right now. But go on, carry on.
Arsenal, Liverpool now.
Talk about it.
Arsenal, man.
I know you want to talk about it.
I say it every single time. They move me. They're so good.
What? They move you, did you just say?
Oh, fam. Arsenal are the team. I think I said it last week.
Yeah.
Arsenal, besides Manchester United, the team I enjoy watching the most. I personally think Arsenal are the most entertaining team in the league right now.
That's fair.
And I saw like that performance yesterday. It was yesterday, right? Yeah. It was a good performance. And the thing is, I don't even think Arsenal are at their best, but they still won.
You can live. Ryan said this to me because I didn't watch like the game in full. I was only watching in bits when I was on the watch along. I missed the majority of the first. Were Liverpool the better side in the first half to you?
Better side?
Yeah, I'm asking. Who do you think the better side was in the first half?
Yeah, I think you can probably edge the first half to Liverpool.
Okay,
I think that's fair. I
As
thought
did
Darwin
O'Reilly,
Núñez,
right?
by the way.
He'll score goals though. That's the thing.
I told you lot, man.
Darwin
I told
Núñez
you.
will score
Remember,
goals.
you see Darwin Núñez, he's a handful as a player. His movement, phenomenal. I genuinely do think he has some of the best movement in the Premier League. Like, it was brilliant. And this as well, the Gabriel handball, it was a penalty in my eyes. It was a penalty.
It was, but it's Liverpool, so fucking hold that. Hey, Liverpool, hold that.
I thought Martinelli, I said it, I made a TikTok, funny enough. Make sure you guys follow that.
Make sure
a couple days ago,
yeah.
I said he's the best. He's been the best left winger in the Premier League this year. And he had an absolute field day. And he was just tormenting. Like that Liverpool right hand side. I think Trent came off. I think Salah came off. Who else?
Yeah.
And I think Matt came off. Like he was very, very good. And I always say this about Martinelli. The thing I love most about Martinelli, and the thing I think managers love most about him, his work rate defensively. Because I think he made 6 ball recoveries. That's brilliant.
Okay. Yeah, that is very,
especially
very
for a winger.
Yeah.
But I think the overall performance, listen, it was good that Gabriel Jesus was good as well, because I'll be honest, I was scared for a minute when he went down, innit? That looked serious. Saka, 2 goals, a penalty. Very, very nicely taken.
And sorry to Fuad, as long as you got smashed 6-3 by City and talking about Liverpool, come on, bro, shame on you. It's the Arsenal-Liverpool segment. So, of course, we're going to talk about Arsenal and Liverpool. Because had you lot had won, you'd be happy with me talking about Liverpool. Because you lot lost, now it's an issue. Like, what's the problem, man? Don't blame me, blame Klopp. You know what I'm saying? And that blame FSG. You know what I'm saying?
And this as well, yeah. Saliba's Rolls-Royce centre-back, he's so good. I actually think he was good, but I still think he could have done better for the Firmino goal. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, listen, he's probably been the best centre-back in the league, and this might be me kind of nitpicking kind of thing, but I think he could have done better.
You're not nitpicking. If you're putting him on that, if he's being put on that pedestal, that's what you do. If we're talking about a player being the best in his position in the league, then you are gonna look at any type of small error or type of things where he could have done better. 110%. Same way if you're a team who's going for the league, like we criticize City, we look at City. You know what I'm saying? People talk about Arsenal going for the league, so you're going to get nitpicked and criticized. Like that's how it works. Like people are going to look for your deficiencies. If you are you can't, it's not all flowers and blue skies. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing well, when you're a top team. If you play poorly, people going to call it out. And yeah, big up to my guy, Dan United, man. Liverpool, hold that.
I also want to give a little credit to Arteta in terms of he could have easily brought in Tierney at left back yesterday. He brought in Tomiyasu.
He did.
Stop Salah. He literally stopped Salah. And I was like, this is going to be an interesting battle because obviously Tomiyasu is naturally right foot. Salah wants to cut in onto his left. It probably does make the most sense from out of him and Tierney. And I'm like, okay, you made that decision. Tomiyasu, let's be honest, he's still coming back from injury. Obviously, he's played a couple games in Europa League now. But I'm like, fair play because that was a big call, especially after Zinchenko, I think, is now injured. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. I think Ben White deserves a lot of credit. And I said this entire season, he's been very impressive. Fair play to Arsenal. But I want to talk.
And before you go, I know Arsenal ain't winning the league. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course not. You must think I'm one of these foolish Arsenal fans in the comments. Of course Arsenal ain't winning the league. Go on, carry on, fam.
But listen, Arsenal, I'm not going to say they win it with the win in the league, but 8 wins, 1 loss, 9 games, 24 points, 23 goals scored, 10 goals conceded. Sensational start.
That's impressive.
Sensational start.
Very impressive start. Yeah.
They're top for a reason. They have been the best side in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, they've shown that mentality where I'm like, you know how people normally say Arsenal struggle under pressure or when the going gets tough? Liverpool came back. It was 1-1. They went ahead again. They came back again. It was 2-2. And then Bukayo Saka obviously got a penalty. And let's be honest, they could have scored more after that. But Liverpool, I want to talk about because...
Let's talk about your guy Trent, man. You know what I'm saying? Because your TikTok that you did the other week. You know what I'm saying? And that. Talk about it, Baines.
No, but I'll be honest. I think the first goal is harsh blaming Trent. Second goal, stupidity. Like, just stay there, close down the angle. You don't need to close him down, kind of thing. Yeah. I get if you're going to go towards, I think it was Martinelli, if you had more cover, but you didn't have the cover. At that point, and I said it on the TikTok, his positional awareness needs to be better because there was no need to kind of go towards Martinelli. Yep. As I said, like, it's not a horrible decision if you had a man covering because then obviously you stop Martinelli from going to the outside. And then I think it was Henderson stops him going from the onto his right foot. It makes sense, doubling up on it. But it was just silly kind of thing. But I wanted to talk about Liverpool as a whole because I don't know, man. Like, I think Liverpool ended the game with what? Henderson, Elliott, Thiago, Fabinho. And I was like, what are you doing? I genuinely don't know how Liverpool...
happened. End of the cycle. It's the end, man.
But forget the cycle thing. I'm just looking at Jurgen Klopp and I'm like, what are you trying to do? Where I do give him credit, for example, against, I think last week we done a show. I was like, tactically, I don't think he's great, and I feel like he needs to switch something up. He did that with like the 4-2-3-1 kind of thing, jotting the 10 before obviously Diaz got injured. And I was like, okay, fair play. Like, it's something different. I give you credit for trying. But then
you know what's happened with Klopp? You know what he did, and he thinks he's slick. And this wasn't until I thought about this. This was like 2-3 days ago. I think I was on a stream. I can't remember what game it was. It was a game I think Liverpool lost or drew this season, and he stated how they need to reinvent themselves. He tried to reinvent them in the summer. It just didn't go right. That's what it was. That's why he went and signed Núñez. Núñez is a different type of striker to the striker they've had. They could have easily went and tried to get a Firmino type striker. He went the complete opposite. Now, Núñez will score goals. He tried to reinvent them. This is why he signed Thiago. That's different from the midfielder they've had. They've had 3 hardworking midfielders. We know what Firmino does, Mane and Salah. But he tried to change it up. So this whole, he needs to reinvent himself. No, he tried to reinvent himself. It's just not going well now. That's all it is. That's all it is. And that hit me and I was like, he thinks he's slick.
But someone said Núñez was a reaction signing. Fine, you can say that, but I don't think Núñez is the problem right now with Liverpool winning. I don't. You know what I also wanted to speak about quickly?
Well,
Liverpool fans that are Jurgen Klopp out. Like,
it's your boy Ryan, man. It's your boy Ryan.
There's a lot more than just him. And I saw that yesterday and I'm like, why?
Before you continue, I stated this. I have said this countless times. I think I've said this here. I've said this on my channel. I've said this on many streams. I said, soon as they started going on this bad run, I said, a lot of Liverpool fans are Klopp out. What it is, nobody wants to jump on the bandwagon and put the keys in the ignition. They're all waiting for a big figurehead, whether it's a content creator or someone who's popular on socials or something like that. Somebody like a Grizz, for instance, a Muntz, a James Redmond, Kopish. One of those done. I'm not saying they all are Klopp out. All it takes is for one of them to say it, and the bandwagon's moving, and people are going to do it. Ryan's little bro, I pressed him about this for weeks now, past 5-6 weeks. I've been telling him, you are Klopp out. You just don't have the balls to say it.
But I'll be honest.
Now all of a sudden, think about it though. They've just lost to the team who you said have played the best football in the league and been the best team. So they've lost to the best team in the league currently in form, and all of a sudden you turn the Klopp out. That makes no sense. It's not like you went a lot. If they would have lost to Bournemouth, Leicester, Southampton, different conversation, but you lose to the best team and all of a sudden you turn Klopp. No, you man been Klopp out. Because I think it's foolish to be Klopp out personally.
I was going to touch on that. I think any Liverpool fan, and obviously I don't want to like patrol other fans kind of thing, innit?
That's not
That's the
patrolling.
last thing I want to do kind of thing. But my personal opinion is, yeah, if you're Klopp out, that is an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
After all that man has given you over the last couple of years, after him giving you your first league title, him taking you to a Champions League final, him giving you what? You were 1 or 2 points away from winning the Premier League last year, him giving you a Champions League final again last year, and now all of a sudden, after what's this been? 8 games, you want to turn Klopp out and you want to turn your back on the manager that's given you so much as a fan base.
Yeah.
After you have been poor for so many years.
Facts.
And especially, let's be honest, Jurgen Klopp needs to take responsibility. Some things he needs to be doing better. But a lot of this you blame is on the owners in terms of reinvesting. And some say, isn't that lowering standards, Baines? I don't think it is. The reason I say that, yeah.
I'll let you go.
The reason I don't think it's lowering standards, listen, you're not always going to be at the top of your game every single season. You're not. It's natural. United didn't win the league every single year under Sir Alex Ferguson.
Facts.
There's going to be a period where you're just going to drop off.
Facts.
For me, after Jurgen Klopp has done so much for the club and like the area, like Liverpool in general, you have to stick by him. You can't turn your back on him.
He does, because he's done so well and he's actually won big trophies. This guy won a domestic. Yeah, we call him Domestic Klopp. Shout out to Carefree Lewis, and we run bants and jokes. But he deserves a chance to rectify it. So next season, he deserves a chance to rebuild and go away. Same with Pep. We all hail Pep. City had a bad season. I think the year that Liverpool won it, did they only win the FA Cup, I think, or the Carabao Cup? I think they might have done a domestic double. Let me know in the chat. My point is, even Pep, who we all laud, had a season that was off. Sir Alex, Bainesy's mentioned. Whoever your GOAT manager is has had a fall off at some point. So he deserves a chance to put it right. So being Klopp out is great. You can criticize, 100% you can criticize. Fair dues. But you need to 100 back that man. That's ridiculous. Who did they go and get that's better than Klopp?
Like, I've seen people say Thomas Tuchel, but I'm just like, first of all, that's a completely different style kind of thing. Facts. For me, like, he deserves time.
Yeah.
He goes down as one of Liverpool's best ever managers. He goes down in history at Liverpool, and now you want to turn on him. Well, I think you lot are an absolute disgrace if you're turning on Jurgen Klopp. As I said, blame him tactically. But as I said, you can blame him tactically, kind of thing. Blame him on certain things, but then turning your back on him after 8 games, disgrace. And I thought Liverpool fans were different, kind of thing, innit?
Nah.
But after seeing people turn Jurgen Klopp out,
here's the thing is, let me just reiterate this to you. Not all fan bases have these fans. I remember people might not know this because this wasn't a social era. There was a time when United went through a period where we didn't win the league for 2-3 years. The Stratford End was singing Fergie out. People won't mention this stuff. I'm saying if there's an older fan than me in the chat, they'll be able to tell you exactly. But I remember this. I'm saying because there's a period of time. It might have been the Arsenal Chelsea period because we didn't win it for 3 years. I think Chelsea won it 03. No, Arsenal won it 03. And then Chelsea won it 04 and 05, I think. Around that era, anyway, around that time, people. But yeah, people are ungrateful. And that's someone who delivered multiple Premier Leagues. I delivered a Champions League at that point. Delivered FA Cups, League Cups. And that's what it is like. Klopp has earned the right to me to at least put it right. That's all I'm saying. 8 games, am I saying, get him out. No, go through the season. Because before the season happened anyway, Liverpool were a cup team. They weren't going to win the league regardless. So let's put that to bed. Should you be doing better? Yes. But you're still in the champs. You know what I'm saying? If you get through that and you still got the domestic cups to compete for. You're a cup side. Like everybody else is a cup side outside of Manchester City. That's what they've turned this league into. So to say him out is crazy. See, Anonymous says, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that too. It's ridiculous. But yeah, go on, carry on, fam.
Nah, he's not. I don't think any Liverpool fan should be Klopp out.
Hey, Ryan, if you're watching this, hold that, you prick. And to all the Liverpool fans who are upset, cry more. Hold that. Anyone who's watching this back as a Liverpool fan, hold that. Cry more.
And someone says Statman too passionate about Liverpool. I'll be honest, I don't really care about Liverpool. I'm just like, after all that manager's done for you, turning Klopp out, you're an absolute disgrace as a fan, in my personal opinion. That's just the way I look at it.
Let's go, Bainesy.
No, but that's just the way I look at it, kind of thing, innit?
I called you a disgrace, yo.
No,
It's
that's just the way I look at it personally.
That's cool, man. Call him, man. It's Liverpool fans. Fuck him. Hey, you'll never walk alone, but I'd rather. Hey, has anybody got that? Can anybody find me that scarf that Gary Neville had before we played Liverpool, where it said, "I'd rather walk alone"? Somebody, please let me know in the chat where I can locate that scarf. I need that scarf. Please, let me know, please.
And the thing is, this is going to be a long season now for Liverpool. I think now is just like, where do they reinvent themselves? Let's see what happens. Probably towards the next season, because I'll be honest, I don't know what they're going to do this year. I don't know.
The cycle is over.
Because normally I was like, once Thiago comes back, they should be fine.
That's what I thought.
But you know what? Thiago, fair play to him, he was still one of the best players on the pitch yesterday, man. He was class, especially that first half.
Yeah, I know, and I thought his tackling was amazing. You know what I'm saying? His defensive work. You know what I'm saying? That tackle on Jesus, A1, man. A1. What did you think of it?
Listen, man, Thiago, sensational. Also wanted to talk about the Henderson incident.
Talk about him. Go on, one sec. Man's still here. Go on.
I'll be honest, it seems like it's very, very serious. Like, I don't want to say like obviously it's all allegations.
The reason why I'm just not going to talk quickly before you go, I'm not, because I don't know what's been said. So therefore,
that's what I'm saying. It's all allegations, but it seems like it's quite serious if it's reported to their face kind of thing, innit? And the way Liverpool players reacted, like I saw Firmino, I was like, this ain't right kind of thing, innit? And I think I saw towards the end of the game when the Brazilian players were talking to one another, and I was like, this seems a lot more serious than what it first was. Because initially, when the ref went over to Jurgen Klopp and Arteta, I just thought it was just like a little talk, maybe off your touchline or something, innit? Or maybe they said something to the fourth official and they want to speak to him, saying, "Yo, relax," kind of thing. Yeah. Because I was like, there was a couple of times Arteta, I looked at him and I'm like, yo, way off the touchline kind of thing. You're nearly on the pitch. And I was like, surely they're going to say something. It was going to be about that. But listen, man, like this here, Firmino was definitely disappointing. You could tell.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't know what he said. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's all, that's why I can't speak on it, because we don't know what got said yet. And I seen the video and there was nothing. I can't lip read and see what he said, so I don't know.
But Xhaka's reaction, I thought was mad as well.
But someone mentioned it might have been something he said something to do with number 5, which could make sense, and why they reacted in that fashion. This is what I'm saying. It's because it's all rumors and alleged, and we don't know. We're gonna find out though. We'll find out.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm like, something like this is so hard to find, because what are they gonna do? What lip read is?
No, when I say find out, the players will say. Very similar to the John Terry and Anton Ferdinand situation.
I mean in terms of like the FA coming out and saying, yo, this is what happened.
Oh, yeah. The FA won't. I'm saying it will come through the grapevine in regards to what got said. Very similar to John Terry and Anton Ferdinand. I think, did he actually get found guilty with the Anton Ferdinand situation? I don't think he did. But my point is, the players will let us know. Like Gabriel, Xhaka. The players.
Yeah, that's what I'm surprised about. I thought something would have come out today, maybe by Gabriel's agent, Arsenal. By the way, I think I saw Mikel Arteta after the game. He kind of, what's the word, like shadow past it kind of thing. He didn't really touch on it. So I don't know how serious it is for the managers kind of thing, innit? But who knows kind of thing, innit? But
that's what I'm saying. My blue is saying, John Terry was found innocent. So it's kind of like it might be that type of stuff. But it's hard to prove somebody said something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very, very hard.
It's pretty much impossible. But go on.
And there's over 100 people watching, so make sure you guys like the video.
Hey, you lot, get the likes up, man. Over 100 of you lot, get the likes up. Go follow Statman Baines' TikTok, one of the GOAT content creators here. So make sure you do that. Stats, facts, and vibes, ladies and gentlemen.
Subscribe to Flawless as well. Let's quickly touch on the other games. TV. West Ham United 3, Fulham 1. You see Skamaka's goal?
I didn't see Skamaka's goal. Was
beautiful finish. Beautiful finish. Like, he thought it was offside, didn't it? So he dinked the keeper.
Yeah.
But then he didn't celebrate. But because he didn't celebrate, it looks even colder because he just stood still.
Yeah.
Sensational. Yeah. And it's good that Skamaka's now hitting form, because I remember a couple of weeks ago, I done a show and people questioned Skamaka, and I'm just like, relax, he's coming into a new league kind of thing, innit? And I think now this is 3-3 for Skamaka. Scored against Wolves, scored against Anderlecht, and scored against Fulham now. So fair play to him. And I hope he continues his form. What else? Palace, Leeds. I watched that game, 2-1, Palace.
Let's go. Love that. Leeds defeat. Hey, Leeds. Any Leeds fans watching? Hold that. I hope you lot get relegated.
It's interesting now because pressure's actually on Jesse March because now this is 5 games in a row without a win, 3 losses in that period against Brighton, a draw against Everton, a loss against Brentford, a draw against Villa, and a loss against Palace.
That's not good because they're the teams around you.
Yeah.
They're the teams you're competing with. That's not good.
And you know who they got next?
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal at Ellen Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't stand either of them.
But then they got Leeds after. Leicester after.
Yeah, they should get past Leicester. Yes, we have spoke on Casemiro. So just rewind.
It's like the first 20 minutes. Yeah. But that's interesting. Tottenham 1-0. I didn't get to watch the game. I was watching in Bayern Munich. Harry Kane penalty.
You watching Munich Dortmund?
Oh, not penalty, sorry. Harry Kane goal. Yeah.
With Spurs Brighton. Typical Conte. I didn't watch the game, but like from what I see in typical Conte performance. That's what it is. Ground out the result. Spurs got the win, and Spurs will do all right this season. Where they'll finish, I don't know, but they'll do all right. You know what I'm saying? And like the football is Conte football is never going to look pretty. But is it effective? Yes. It is effective.
And Spurs changed things up in terms of going with Bissouma, Højbjerg, and Bentancur in midfield, didn't it?
Yeah, man, went with like 3 more defensive back, but that's typical Conte, though.
I want to talk about quickly on Mwepu. He had to sadly retire from Brighton today. I think that's hella sad. 24,
of course, man.
Retiring from football. You worked his entire life, becoming into that position.
24.
Crazy, man.
And then it's gone. So hopefully he goes into coaching or something like that.
Because I'm guessing Brighton will try keeping up. I think he said in the statement that he wants to still stay in football kind of thing, innit?
Yeah. They'll keep him on coaching or something like that.
Like, listen, man. Like, luckily, you're probably... The best thing is that it was found so early and that he plays football. You got the best medical care probably in the world kind of thing, innit?
Absolutely. And he's safe as well. That's what it is, because health is wealth, people. Health is wealth.
So fair, like, obviously, hope he does well in the coaching thing if he continues the whole punditry, whatever it is. But hopefully Brighton help him. Chelsea 3, Wolves 0.
I watched this game.
Big result.
Hey, Jez, shut up, man. About someone mentioned Dortmund. Shut up. Chelsea played well. Wolves were going forward, non-existent, but Chelsea played well and were worth the win. I watched the game.
A lot of changes as well.
Yeah, a lot of changes. They switched it up because obviously they played AC Milan in the week and then they got him next week. But yeah, props to Graham Potter. You can see what he's implementing. You can see what he's trying to do. But Graham Potter's a good coach, so that's not really a surprise. It was all a question of can he handle the pressure when it gets to the bigger moments for Chelsea where you are under the spotlight constantly, which he is. You know what I'm saying?
And
but you right, man. You know what I'm saying? They just it's you're right. Arsenal are just being who they're supposed to be. These scrubs like Liverpool and that. But go on, carry on.
And it was good to see Carney Chukwuemeka, how he says his name, come on, because I've seen him in the youth academy and he looks like a good player and stuff, innit?
Who came on?
Menka, how he says his name.
I know the guy you're talking about. I just can't pronounce his name.
The guy that was at Villa last year, balled out for England in the, what was it, under 19 Euros? Was it under 17? I think it was 19. Fam, there was a lot of football in the summer. I think it was under 19 Euros when England won.
I said under 19. I bet you watched it as well.
I did. That's what I said. They balled out.
You love the under 21s, and then I cannot watch that.
Me, UEFA Youth League, I'm there. Thursdays, that's my thing. City, Southampton, 4-0. Simple. Surprise, Haaland only scored 1. Yeah,
scrub. Told you, man. Overrated, man. Terrible player. City are just going. City are just City in it. Like there isn't really much to say. It's literally it's replace team name, and you say the same thing about Manchester City versus whoever. They gonna move to everybody in the league. That's why when they beat us, I didn't overreact. I'm like, yo, it's Manchester. They're gonna do the same to Liverpool. They're going to high line. Oh my!
Pressure's now building on the Ralph Hasenhüttl again. That's 4 consecutive losses in the Premier League. Wolves, Villa, Everton, City in that period.
It seems like he goes through this every season, and then they turn around and get out of it.
I feel like this is the first time I was like, yeah, pressure's really on kind of thing, innit? Because I saw reports before this week that he could get sacked and stuff, innit?
I don't think they sack him.
I'll be honest, like, my personal opinion, obviously Southampton fans will know better than us because we don't watch them week in, week out, but I'm just like, that squad, I think they have the youngest squad in the Premier League behind Arsenal. You sold who did they sell this summer? I don't know who they sold, but I feel like it's a difficult job kind of thing. Like, how much do you expect of Southampton, if that makes sense?
Somewhere in the bottom half of the table.
And they're currently, 17th?
Yeah.
So 1 point above the relegation zone, but
like
they got West Ham, Bournemouth.
Hasenhüttl was the difference maker in that team, because when you look at the squad, that's not a Premier League level squad or first 11. It's not. Southampton were to get relegated, minus the central midfielder they took from City. Who else are you taking from that team?
I think I like Kyle Walker-Peters.
But when
I
say
personally think it should be in the England squad. I like Bella Koch.
I do like Bola. Yeah, he looks decent actually. The Bola catching the German centre back.
I actually think there's a couple players I like from them, but they're all very, very young. And I'm like, you need to know what's Southampton's model right now after they got that City Academy guide. Your model should be developing players and selling them on as a club. You're not really going to achieve over the top kind of thing. Yeah, like the owners are very tight. Like, what do you expect kind of thing? And Ralph Hasenhüttl over the last couple of years has shown he's done a very good job, personally. But
that's why I think they'll survive, is because of him. It seems like they go through this every season. The squad ain't the best, but he'll manage to go on a run and they put results together. Similar to what Potter did at Brighton. The squad wasn't the best, but you're doing enough. And I think Hasenhüttl, they've been beat 9-0 twice. Obviously not this season, but I'm saying in the past. So they'll probably be all right.
Newcastle 5-1 against Brentford. Phenomenal.
Very impressive. Very, very, very.
We got them coming up. Bruno G got 2 goals.
Very impressive. That's a statement. I tweeted this. I said that's a statement win. To go and beat Brentford, well, not going because it was in Newcastle, but to beat Brentford by 5, that's impressive. Eddie Howe seems to have him on a roll.
Yeah, like full credit. Like, that is very, very impressive. Like, not many teams can do that to Brentford.
Facts. Imagine losing to Brentford could never be my club. But yeah, Newcastle 6. Yeah, they might take Liverpool's spot in the top 6. Who knows, people? Who knows?
And you know what's interesting? In the last result I'm going to touch, Bournemouth beat Leicester 2-1. And you know what? Bournemouth are now above Liverpool. And they lost 9-0 to them. Like, Gary O'Neill, who took over from Scott Parker, I think deserves immense credit. Because from memory, I don't think he's lost since that Liverpool game. They've been unbeaten in the last 5.
Props to him. Because they're another team, when you look at the squad, is not special, but he's got them playing, like you said, undefeated, to bounce back from a 9-0 defeat as well. Impressive. And to beat Leicester, who are in poor form, will only breed more confidence in the team.
Like, you can say, like, he drew against Wolves. I think that's fair. Like, you don't, like, that's a tough game kind of thing.
Absolutely.
You beat Forest. You probably expect to beat Forest. Actually, to be fair, they were away. So you probably say Forest are favourites. And I think they were 2 goals down as well. So they came back. Newcastle drew 1-1. That's a tough game.
Yeah.
Away.
That's tough.
They drew against Brentford at home, 0-0. And obviously now they beat Leicester at home 2-1, which they probably do expect.
And did Leicester not take the lead in that game as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, Leicester took the lead, yeah, because I watched the highlights. Yeah.
So, fair play. Gary O'Neill deserves immense credit. And this is why I think this is Scott Parker. He weren't as good as people think, kind of thing, innit?
Well, from when you turn around and say the squad isn't good enough to compete in the Premier League, even if you believe that, you don't say that publicly.
Yeah, I know, but I genuinely just don't think he's that good of a manager personally.
He's no Michael Carrick, is what you're saying.
Just quickly, Michael Carrick.
We're going to talk about it.
He was in the away end yesterday.
This guy clapped him. I thought he was going to say, because he's been linked with a job. Someone was telling me this. He's been linked with Middlesbrough. I think it's well. Yeah,
I really hope he gets it. But listen, him being in the away end, like, wow.
He's done this before.
No, but exactly. And I think he even came out and said, yo, I want to be there in the away end with my kids, just watching Manchester United.
Hey, Michael, if you're watching, get me a ticket, fam. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I want to be in the away end. What do you mean? I'm trying to get to an away game. What do you mean? Nah. I'm trying to get to some away games. We playing well. I'm trying to get to some
but I think he deserves immense credit. And I think it's just a testament to the person he is, kind of thing.
Yeah, man.
And I really hope he does get a managerial job, because as I said, like, he has a future, kind of thing. And someone says, he's United. How's that work? Listen, tell me what other professional footballer is there in the way and just chatting to every other person. And no box seat, just there in the way end with the rest of the fans.
Like the common man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what he's done, man. In the cold, I'm saying.
No, but
Man
he
said
does
Man
deserve.
United fan supports Man United, you know.
No, but he deserves immense credit for that. And just
You know,
quickly,
these are gonna cook you, you know.
and no, I've met Carrick as well, so that's my guy. Innit?
It's
Just
Carrick,
quickly,
you know.
the last thing. I promise it's the last thing. Kieran
That's
McKenna.
cool, man. The floor's yours.
Kieran McKenna. Seen a lot of Ipswich fans praise him.
Okay.
Second in the league right now. 13 games played, 9 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. 27 goals scored, 11 goals conceded.
They're in League One, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, shout out to Kieran McKenna. You're doing a good job then. Good start to the season.
1 point off the top of the table. Yeah. And the thing is, I've seen a lot of Ipswich fans praise Kieran McKenna. I'm just like, I'm very, very happy kind of thing, innit? I'm very, very happy for him. Because the thing is that all he said is he seemed like a good coach in the academy and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
But it was just in first, like for Manchester United, whether he could get his methods across with Ollie and
hey, one time before you continue, hey, meet me short, man. You know what I'm saying? Are you talking rubbish? Be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Don't even big her up. Be quiet. She out here disrespecting us. You know what I'm saying? We don't take disrespect. Look at the comment.
Wait.
Don't be shook, Bainesy.
No.
Mimi, hold it.
You fully ruined my thought, you know.
Good, hold that. Because you just letting us get disrespected by people.
No, but I was in my flow with Kieran McKenna praise.
I don't care. Fuck Kieran McKenna. Our team is being disrespected. She disrespecting the set. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a tweet the other day saying Kieran McKenna is Premier League level kind of thing, isn't it?
Is he really Premier League level?
I genuinely do think he has a future in management.
No. That's not why.
If future in the Premier League.
Man, I didn't ask if he has a future in management.
No.
Is he a Premier League level manager?
You know what?
That's what man said.
I think he could be. And I think he will be because from all the people, what do you call it?
Are you just going to let your guest co-host get disrespected in the chat?
Wait. Just let me finish my talk, man, before we get into comments. Because I was talking to Levin, yeah? You know what Levin said to me? He knows someone that works at United kind of thing, innit? And he said, like, you know how above you have analysis people kind of thing? And they tell the staff what's going wrong, what they should change.
Yeah.
And Levin told me, apparently, Kieran McKenna, all the information that he was told, he already knew it before the analysis people who are higher up, who have a better vision, could see it. You know how mad that is?
Say that again. Run that back from the top. I'm just not over this disrespect in the chat. Run that back from the top.
You know people above. Like you have
above like where? At Manchester United?
No, like in the stands and stuff. Like for example, you know how United used to always wear the earphone? It's so they can communicate with people above kind of thing that have a better view of the pitch, innit?
Okay. Oh, you're talking from a tactical standpoint. Right.
And apparently all the information that they were told, Kieran McKenna already knew.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That is, but back to my point, do you believe he's a Premier League level manager?
I think he will be.
Okay,
he's 36. Okay. He's 36.
Okay, I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying he is or isn't. I'm just asking because I don't know.
The thing is here, like, I remember what I said when you got sacked or when like all the United stuff happened. I said him and Michael Carrick, especially Michael Carrick, when he became manager of United, clearly had a different way of managing. You can see it. Like straight away, Carrick benched certain players, for example.
Facts.
Their vision was completely different, even towards the end. The reports were Carrick and McKenna wanted to play a back three. Ollie and Mike Phelan didn't. I think they had a different vision. Yeah. Carrick got a response clearly when Ollie got sacked. Unbeaten. Only manager unbeaten. And I stand by this. I think if he was manager until the end of the season, we would have got top 4 last year. 100% stand by that.
Yeah, you on this Carrick train.
No, I 100% stand by that.
I know you do. It's not a surprise. I ain't even saying you wrong. Fair news.
I 100% stand by that. And I think, listen, I'm excited to see the journey kind of. Especially Kieran McKenna. No, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
You genuinely excited to see Kieran McKenna's managerial journey.
100%. Okay. When Kieran McKenna's managing in the Premier League, I want my apologies.
Okay, why are you laughing?
No, because you know what Kieran McKenna did in the academy was very impressed with the likes of Gomez, Garner. He was in around that age group kind of thing, innit?
Alright, cool. McKenna madness, man. Like.
No, trust me.
Look at the chat, yo. Yo, this chat is.
But I don't know why you're laughing.
Yo, Mimi, sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny what you said.
No, but it shouldn't be funny though. No, I'm serious.
I know you are. Look at your face.
Nah.
That's what makes it funny.
Kieran McKenna. Let me search this up. Let me see if I can find some tweets.
This guy.
Kieran McKenna.
Oh my God. See, Emma's right. You put a whole lot of expectation on someone who's done the job for 5 minutes, you know, like.
No, but it hasn't been 5 minutes. It hasn't been 5 minutes.
You know what? I can see
39 games, 22 wins, 11 draws, 6 losses.
Props to him. Is this his first full season?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm just asking, why are you so aggressive? I'm just asking
questions. No, but you see this. I got a good talent. No, but you see this. What do you call it? Not trusting Baines in manager idea. I see what Nagelsmann's doing right now.
I call it Nagelsmann, you know.
No, but I saw Nagelsmann for young kind of thing, innit? What's the MNF comment?
Oh.
No, trust me. Big up Kieran McKenna.
I said, Baines, I keep telling you about trying to be guardian angel to these bums.
No lie. No, I got my stocks in Kieran McKenna. I got stocks in Michael Carrick. I had stocks in Darwin Núñez. Look, he performed. Trust me.
Oh my God.
Hey, just quickly, Rio, by the way. Rio needs to keep his mouth shut.
Go on, what did Rio say?
After the game, he tried saying David De Gea when he signed the new contract. Relax.
Yeah, that's too far. That's too far.
See, I'm trying to find if I can find an article praising Kieran McKenna. Student profile. Apparently, you went Nottingham Trent University. That's information for you. See, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let me share my screen.
This guy, go on.
No, let me share my screen quickly.
Yeah, share your screen. The floor is yours. It's your channel, man. We ain't being rushed off.
Look at this. Look at this. Best thing for me was the dressing room at half time.
Right.
Look at that. Look at that. So he has the dressing room with him. So he hasn't lost it like Oli did.
Kieran McKenna says the dressing room at halftime was the highlight as his side came from a goal down to win 2-1 at Morecambe. Keep going.
No, but
I want to read the rest of the article, man. You know what I'm saying?
You want to see the rest of the article? Okay, wait.
Yeah, man. That's why I said scroll down. Lee Evans netted the winner from the spot. The Blues' second penalty of the afternoon. Connor Chaplin having seen the first save.
See, they had a penalty saved.
Ed Munson's equaliser. McKenna admitted his side had taken a while to get going, with the Shrimps having gone ahead. Wait, who's called the Shrimps? That's Ipswich Town. Are they called the Shrimps?
Who knows, man?
They call the top Shrimps, you know. Nah, shrimp slap though, still. You had shrimp before?
Oh.
You never had shrimp? Nah, shrimp slaps, fam. Seafood slaps.
I don't even know how it looks like.
Hey, Jez says, how you 1-0 down to Morecambe? The dressing room hype. Yo, Mimi, you talking too much. Be quiet, man. Where else we at? Where are these stuff?
No, everyone has to listen to me.
I've been listening. See how she tries to drive a wedge between us. You know it's that, fam. She disrespected our set. Now she disrespecting me and you.
Listen. Back to Kieran McKenna quickly.
All right, go back to Kieran McKenna.
See. I'm trying to find where's the Kieran McKenna quote.
You know, JJ, I don't get it, man. I'm lost.
No, trust me. I might need to make a video on him, you know.
I think you should, you know. Do a TikTok.
No, like I might need to get Ipswich fan involved or something.
Do a TikTok. You should. Wow, you're fan of Ipswich Town, fam.
Yeah.
100%.
No, I might watch Ipswich game.
At the end of stream, Dave. Yeah, you're fan of Ipswich Town. Are you gonna do a TikTok or YouTube or both?
Oh, see. Because the thing is,
I think you should do both. McKenna Madness, man. You might have got Myrtle Madness wrong, but McKenna Madness.
No, but you say I got Myrtle Madness wrong here, but we had a good summer.
Yeah, but that wasn't due to John Myrtle.
Yeah, but listen,
that was Eric
part of it.
Whatever, man.
You got the signings across.
My point is, are you the McKenna You're gonna do the McKenna Madness?
Maybe.
Maybe that's your guy. Yo, I don't get it, JJ either, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm just encouraging. See, look, me. Would be great.
West Brom are interested in Michael Carrick as well.
This
might be cooking. No lie, I'm there watching every single game and Michael Carrick becomes manager. I'm dead serious. Look at this. Look at this. No, I'm dead serious. Look. Middlesbrough face a potential roadblock in the attempt to bring Michael Carrick to Teesside as the club's new head coach, with West Brom said to scupper their plans. See that? Manager in demand. You see this? My stocks are going up already. 2 clubs want him. 2 clubs.
Because 2 championship clubs want him, the stocks is high, yeah?
No, they're rising.
They're rising.
They're rising.
Progress.
Look at that. Michael Carrick at 41, they want him to replace Chris Wilder and Steve Bruce. Bruce.
This guy.
You laugh, but I'm winning right now. I am winning. Big up Michael Carrick.
What are you winning? Let me know. What are you winning, fam? Let me know.
Are you a true West Brom fan?
What are you winning? Is what I want to know. You ain't no true West Brom fan.
Brown.
No, but love for the championship, of course. Like my team's there, but my point is, what are you winning, Bainesy? That's what I want to know.
And they're all about Tony Brown.
What are you winning?
Trust me. Winning the championship.
No, what are you? Oh, so you think Carrick's winning the championship this season or the season after?
Next season. He needs one more full season, innit?
Okay, yeah.
Watch.
But, so it'll be him and McKenna next season fighting for the championship.
You know what? It actually will be,
Look how excited you got.
Fam, I might have to score both. That's the only time you see me with a half and half scarf.
Okay.
West Brom versus Ipswich.
No
lie, but if Kieran McKenna anyhow gets Ipswich into the Premier League, yeah, sensational job. Sensational. Nah, you see this?
I don't respect the championship, man. What's wrong with you, fam?
No, but you see this. Imagine Baines as your financial advisor. You know what you lot do? You lot invest stocks in terms of players that are already hyped. I don't do that. I know
you find gems like Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick in management. I see that.
Vision, you know what? I find stocks in players that you lot don't know. That's when I get the real goal. I might lose one or two times.
One or twice, yeah. You might lose one or twice, yeah.
I hate you. Like some stocks might go down, but my investment.
Some stocks may go down in it. Sometimes once.
I'm in a net positive.
I'm saying in that exactly, man. One or twice, you may. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You feel me? Like,
trust me.
Kieran
McKenna Premier League managerial job. I'll love it, and I think I deserve it. Trust me, it's coming. Can't believe I'm listening to McKenna, bro. What? Second in the league.
Second in League One. Let's go, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, but he's doing a good job.
Facts, 13 games.
No, but you see this.
What is it? 9 wins?
How he stocks in Trent's defending. Yeah. I invested in when they were on the low. They're only going to go up. They're not going to get worse. High risk, high reward. Thank you.
Trent might say, hold my hand.
Actually, no, it's not even high risk. It's low risk, high reward. Because I'm investing when no one else raised them.
You know your chat don't cook. If McKenna don't get promoted, you're going to get cooked if you don't get out of League One.
Fine. I'm fine. I'll put my neck on the line. Is that even a saying? Neck on the line.
Yeah, that is a saying. Yeah, that's a saying. Yeah, man.
Trust me.
You putting your balls on the line, fam. Let's go, man.
Trust me, Kieran McKenna, we're coming.
You putting your money where your mouth is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so if Kieran McKenna don't get out of League One, you know you are fucked, right?
The game's the game.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. Let me actually check. You guys, what? 9 games out of 13? Let me check. League One. Let's see this.
Second in the league behind Plymouth.
I'm just having a look. Table. There they are. So, where we at?
Listen.
13 games, 9 wins, 27 goals. Best defense? No, actually, they have the second best defense in the league. Only conceded 11, 16 plus. Props to him.
You know what Ipswich plays?
Props to the Shrimps.
You know what they play? They play a back three.
Shy.
So you know the back three rumors that he wanted to implement at United. Oli and Phelan didn't. They were onto something.
They were, Bainesy, ahead of the curve. Like you're ahead of the curve. McKenna's ahead of the curve.
Trust me.
I trust
you. And this year, Baines wanted McKenna and Carrick to stay. Listen, if those two stayed and you brought an experienced culture that they could learn from, it's perfectly fine. Like that Van der Gaar guy, them underneath him, perfectly fine. But you can't have them underneath Mike Phelan and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What are you learning?
Nothing. Because they were being kept, their wings couldn't spread. You know what I'm saying? Because McKenna and Carrick, they're the guys, man. That McKenna, that M&M link up, man. McKenna, Michael, we weren't ready, man. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, man.
We weren't ready, man.
You know, like, it would have been brilliant to see them do some joint management thing. Remember Salford when they had 2 managers?
They should have done it. Yeah, man. I've seen the class of 92 Salford. That's what they should have run it. The 2 manager thing.
Yeah.
Carrick, McKenna. You know what I'm saying? Michael and Kieran. I'll make it Michael McKenna. Kieran Carrick. Yeah, man.
Listen, anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
Someone said, let's put Flawless on the spot. What are you picking? What do you mean, anonymous? I'll answer the question, but what's
Carrick or McKenna, I think.
Is that what he said? Let him get back to it. Yeah. It is. Hey, Watford may end up with both of them. There we go. You know what I'm saying?
No, to be fair, I think McKenna was linked to Watford, didn't it? I was hoping you'll get that job.
Hey, if he does that, that's my team right there, isn't it? So, you know.
I think I'm pretty sure before Rob Edwards took over, they were linked to Kieran McKenna.
Right.
I was gassed. Imagine he nearly got, I think, Watford championship job.
Yellow and black in the building, man. Top Hornets. Let's go.
Nah, but you see this? I don't think they had much say. I said this. I don't think they had much say.
Nah, man. They didn't, man. That was Phelan and Ollie and the rest, man. Basically, any potential players or managers to do well in the future. What in general? Like, I'm lost. Like,
Ilkay Gundogan's going right to the top.
I would say he's already at the top.
No, as a manager.
Oh, as a manager. Oh, yeah. Basically, any potential players or managers I don't know anything. I don't know their characteristics. That's too tough to tell. I don't know. It's very rare. It's very rare you're a top player and become a top manager. Zidane's the only exception to the rule.
No, but I genuinely do think Ilkay Gundogan will go right to the very top.
Would you put in Gundogan as a top class player right now? Yeah.
Sensational. One of the best midfielders of the last 10 years.
Okay. So yeah, we put him in that bracket. That's why I don't think he'll be a successful manager.
I think he will be. His footballing education, very, very good. The way Pep talks about him, very highly.
I hear all that, but he's going to be the exception to the rule. Like I said,
he's already doing his coaching badges.
If you've been a world class player, it's very, very unlikely you become a world class manager.
Listen, man.
Zidane is the only one.
Never say never, man. Trust
me.
I'm
not saying never, even though you just said it, but you're saying never say never. But
Carrick as well.
World class. Like, that's why I don't. It's Carrick world class. Top class. Oh, look, there's your boy, man. Talk to your bro, man.
Absolute disgrace, this guy.
And that's nothing to do with Klopp out. That's just you, your name, your face, your voice, and everything like that, Ryan.
I hope Ronaldo don't become manager. Because I'll be honest here, I was listening to Henry talking it. Yeah. When he was like, he done a podcast the other day. And I saw the way Henry was talking and how he was getting frustrated in terms of, why can you not receive the ball and run kind of thing?
Yeah, players can't do what he did. I've seen that same thing. Yeah.
And I'm just I know Ronaldo will get frustrated, which is why I hope he avoids it.
Well, he will. Because it's like, why can't you do what I do? Well, we move.
Like, you listen, like, you're the goal kind of thing. No one can do what you can do. Just leave it kind of thing, innit? Just don't ruin your footballing legacy. I don't think it really ruins your footballing legacy, but I'm just like, I don't want that black mark on your record kind of thing. Or on your name.
Sorry, I just seen the last comment. But yeah, I hear you, man. But yeah, anything I want to add? Yeah, man, the usual, man. Fuck Liverpool. Fuck Arsenal. Fuck Leeds. Fuck Chelsea. It's all our rivals. Fuck Manchester City. Fuck Anfield. Fuck You'll Never Walk Alone. Fuck the Emirates. Fuck Artel. Fuck the Bridge. Fuck Graham Potter. Fuck Jesse March. Fuck Ellen Road. Fuck the MTAD. Fuck Pep. Klopping. Here we go.
What else do I have to say? Don't know.
Well, you gonna say I still go win the league or I got to do this stuff or Xhaka stuff?
Oh, it's this Xabi Alonso. They got Callum Hudson on the way. Apparently played well the other day.
Shout out, Chow, man.
Still got my stuff.
Hey, for less of that. Watch your damn mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but my Callum Hudson on the way stocks are still there, by the way, people. Just letting you guys know. We're gonna be back up.
Yeah, man. You're right, JJ. Straight for no reason. Wait, whose stocks are gonna be back up?
Callum Hudson on the way.
Are you really investing in Cho stocks?
I've always invested in
Cho stream, stocks. Dave. End the stream.
No, I've always invested in Cho stocks. I think I even tweeted the other day, like, he was special. Like, I watched him versus Arsenal in a preseason game the other day, innit? And that's when I tweeted on the other account. I was like, Callum Hudson the day was special. Like, he had that burst, but then he also had that creative side. Special player, Callum Hudson, and I hope he lives up to it.
Yes, Ryan, I rated Cho years ago. Like, years ago, I thought you was a good content creator. You see how things change? You know what I'm saying? With time and...
Nah, trust me. Like, you see this, Cho's going to end up at Ipswich Town. Listen, If I
Him
had
and
a
McKenna,
chance,
man. Him and
no, but
McKenna link up.
listen, I would love Callum Hudson-Odoi at Manchester United. I was signing right now if I had a chance. No, but listen, how old Callum Hudson-Odoi now? Quickly,
Yeah, he's got 4 goals in 4 years.
how old is Troll? Oh, come on, like that, flipping hell.
It's outrageous, yo.
Hudson,
It's outrageous.
21. How can I lose faith in a 21-year-old? He's special.
You know how I could lose faith in it? Ryan's 21. I could lose faith in a 21-year-old easy.
No, but come on, man. Callum Hudson-Odoi is special. He is a special talent. That's it. End the stream now. Big up everyone for watching. Make sure you guys like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Flawless, and we'll be back soon.
Big up.